The home ownership rate in America now sits at the lowest level in half a century, just around 64%. For African Americans, it's even lower, less than 42%. This as rents rise in small and large cities alike. Tonight, we continue our series on efforts to bridge the economic divide with a look at one company in Cleveland that's taking action. Diana Olick shows us how it's building its workforce and its community through an innovative program that turns employees into homeowners.
It was a dream to own your own home.
A dream and a prayer that went unanswered for grandparents Tim and Charla Coleman for half a century, until now.
Amen.
Amen. I was out of work for about a year, and I was looking for a job.
Tim found one at a unique Cleveland cooperative. Founded in 2009, Evergreen is a worker-owned and operated business that runs a commercial laundry and a greenhouse. The business also helps the employee owners become homeowners.
That came along a few years after we started. Part of our challenge then and today to some extent is as we are hiring from these Cleveland neighborhoods, oftentimes, one of the barriers to employment is just stable housing.
So with some help from the county on taxes and the local housing authority, which had homes available through an existing program, Evergreen offered employees a 5-year plan to home ownership.
After some financial training and some qualification, our eligible employees are able to purchase a home that they then pay for via payroll deduction.
From Charla's paycheck at Evergreen's greenhouse and Tim's at the laundry.
It's growing the neighborhood. Investing in your neighborhood where you came from.
Together, they're paying for and living in this house, right in the neighborhood where they work.
One thing I like about it come out of your check before you even see it. So that builds your credit up too.
Affordable housing has reached a crisis level. More than 11 million Americans spend more than half their incomes on rent.
It is kind of astounding given the importance of housing. We go back to the Housing Act of 1948. A decent home and a suitable living environment for all Americans was, the national goal. We have not achieved that, and yet we're not talking about it.
Cleveland is ranked the most affordable urban housing market in America. Homes here are very cheap, and there are still thousands of abandoned properties left over from the foreclosure crisis. That's why this program works so well here. The question is, would it work as well in a pricier city?
If you were to attempt to do this somewhere else, you would either A, need more funding up front to catalyze it, like we did, or more time. So maybe you pay for it in 8 years instead of 5.
McMicken would like to see the program work in other cities, and he has had plenty of interest. But for now,
that's my son and my daughter there.
At least it's working for the Colemans, who have always loved their community and now finally have a real stake in it, a home all their own. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Diana Olick in Cleveland.
Evergreen says Detroit, New Orleans, and Baltimore have all expressed interest in bringing the program to their cities.